So today we're going to be looking at a real data set. I think it's important that we start moving in this direction. And so this is a data set that might be a little bit old. It was gathered in 2004 in North Carolina, and it records all kinds of different information on the different births that occurred in this state in this year. And this data set is really useful to researchers because they're looking for relationships between certain habits and practices of expectant mothers and what the outcomes are when their children are born. So we work with a random sample of observations from this data set. So I believe this data set is only 1,000 mothers, and there may have been more births than that, but we've got 1,000 different data points. And there's all kinds of information recorded about each of these different things. And so you can go through and read about each of these different things. We recorded information on their age and their weight and the length of the pregnancy and how often they visited the hospital, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The two that we're going to be interested in today is this one. So this is the weight of the baby at birth in pounds. So that is one thing that we're going to be looking at a little bit more clearly. And the other one that we're going to be looking at is habit. And so that records whether or not the mother was a non-smoker or a smoker. And so we're going to be interested in the relationship here between these two variables. The first thing it asks us to do here is to make a side-by-side box plot of habit and weight. So I want to walk you through how to do that. So in R, I will have given you a copy of the North Carolina data set. I've saved it in my downloads folder. You can save it wherever you like on your computer. To import in this data, I personally like using the import data set button. It's a nice way to click things. So if you go import data set and say from text or base, if this is the first time that you've pulled up or use the import data set button, it may ask you or prompt you to download something, in which case you should do that. Okay. Once you're finished, you should be able to press and navigate your file system until you find your data file. So I saved mine under downloads, so I found it. And you can see here that the data file is being formatted properly. Sort of seems like, why is this being so silly here? I need this to be bigger.